guys and gals, how we doing? It's me, Joe Sayers, back here for the Music Factory Studios. Have you ever installed a Linux distribution and then decided, I don't like it, or I want to change it, or I want to distro hop, or I just want to get rid of Linux entirely, and you end up with this weird grub screen, uninstall, or when you go to install a new Linux distribution, it says you don't have a room in your UEFI or it can't be installed. Here may be the reason why. And I'm going to show you how to clean out completely an old install of Linux using at least 4 different desktop environments. KDE makes it a little harder to do this, as well as some LXQT distros, but it can be done in Deepin, Cinnamon, GNOME, and Budgie, and I'm going to show you how. Okay. Deepin and Cinnamon are very, very similar in how they do it, and GNOME and Budgie are basically the same in how they do it. It all depends on a couple apps. Those apps being GNOME Disks, GParted, and a basic file manager. So first we'll cover how you do this in Deepin and or Cinnamon, and I'll show you how to do that now. Now what you need to do is immediately once you have the distro booted into the live environment, this is a new distro, not the one that's already on your system. So a new USB stick with a live USB. You need to open and search for disks. In the first partition, push the play button. And next, look for the UEFI. Inside of this UEFI folder, you're going to see the name of the distro and usually boot. Sometimes you will see one that says systemd. Get rid of everything except the Microsoft folder in this folder. Empty your trash. And once you're done with that, push the stop button on GNOME Disks. Okay. Next, you want to open up GParted. GParted is used to clean out the drive space that you made for the distribution. Sometimes in a live USB, that partition will be mounted, so you need to go in and unmount that drive, just like you see here. It will show a little lock beside the mounted partition. And now you can right-click, delete, and hit the check mark. Choose Apply, Close, and that's basically it. You have completely cleaned out the bootloader and the hard disk, so you're ready to move on to a new distro or Windows. Now here it is in basically GNOME distros or Budgie distros. They all kind of work the same. You need the same apps again. GNOME Disks. Also, you need GParted, which, as you know, cleans out the partition on your disk of your home folder and the other folders. And you need your basic file manager. So we're going to go through this once more. In GNOME Disks, the first partition, push the play button below while it's highlighted. And down here in the left corner, you will see the EFI folder has been mounted. Double click, delete everything except the Microsoft folder. Okay. So it will say either like Ubuntu, Arch, and it can have various things. In the boot folder, everything in there needs to be disposed of. So you can move it to the trash. Click and empty the trash. Now you're done with the file manager. So you can close out the file manager and stop the mounting of the EFI partition. Okay. You can close out GNOME Disks now. And finally, we have GParted. We're going to right click and delete since it's not mounted. Hit apply and it's completely erased. It's that simple. So that's pretty handy. Once we've done that, we just go to the log out, restart, power off settings for our distribution and restart. and boot back into Windows. Click Restart. The system will restart. Now we're back into Windows 10. We want to right-click on the Start menu, go to Disk Management, and it looks kind of similar to GParted. We see our partition, the C drive here. We want to go to Extend Volume. So let me walk you through those steps one more time, okay? So here's what you want to do. You want to click on Extend Volume, Next, Next, and then Finish. And it will bring it all back to one complete hard drive, okay? Next, you want to right-click on that and go to Properties, click on Tools, Error Checking, click on Disk Error Checking. It will say Scan Drive. Now, if you see it and it says Scan Drive and Restart, just go ahead and do that. That way it can clear up all the errors there. If you're on a spinning hard drive, it takes about 10 minutes. If you're on an NVMe or SATA drive, it just takes a few seconds. So if you're on an SSD, this will move really, really fast. If you're on a spinning hard drive, it will take 10 minutes or so. And then hit the Optimize button and either trim or defrag your drive. That way, all of the errors are out of the way and you're done. It's pretty much that simple. Now you can start all over again. So basically, what you need to do, when booted to a live Linux distro, step 1 is open GNOME disks, mount the EFI partition, get rid of everything except the Microsoft folder, then open GParted, clean out the Linux partition you had, reboot into Windows. It's that simple. That way you're able to get everything cleaned out and ready to go for either a new distro or to just use Windows 10. When booted into Windows 10, you open the disk management by right-clicking on the Start menu, extend disks, go through all of that, scan for errors with the properties, and optimize, trim, or defrag the drive. And that's pretty much all you have to do. And that's how you completely clean out a disk to be ready to go in a dual boot setup. I hope this helped you out, guys. And if it did, subscribe below. We've got some more videos, so since you're here on YouTube, why don't you check out a few down below. All right, guys and gals, we'll see you next time. Have a great day, y'all.